Alright, we get to explore this area. The runner makes a smooth ride at least, eccentricities aside. He certainly earned his title as co-engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with his unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. There's a map showing the surrounding area or destination.
Let's see.
I wonder where we're at now.
It's a campground.
Let's see. Let's see.
It's a campground.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Carriage can't begin to compete with the Gauntlet runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. Okay, there's a bed. This door must lead to the end Gauntlet runner. It's locked tightly to prevent any accidental entry. Cockpit appears to be above. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard. Perhaps I would stay away from now. Reinforced steel on top of thick glass. It doesn't appear to be easily breakable.
What's this?
Mellow mocha and fragrant spice. I wonder who brought them here. I could use these for cooking. There are no pressing matters at hand.
Incredible!
Wow, this room's made for bathing? Can we really just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I can get used to. I call first it. Were you just going to stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable. It's a bathing room. Not to mention no running water yet. Working on it. Cooking table. Stuck with food for a long journey. I would prefer to cook it first. Oven. Pokemon said the most things are edible if you put them over a fire, but is that really true? Here I could prepare meals. A lot of books lined up. Communication to the bridge. Our beds, they seem pretty small. Hold on. I'm not ready to check out there yet. Actually, I am. Let's check out there.
What's this?
I wonder what it's used for. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. There goes more.
This?
Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a Gauntlet runner, eh? That scared me. Looks like pipes in here too. Call the runner's phone. There's one in every room. Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be, you'd take your life in your hands, then you'd travel the wilds. And thanks to the kingdom's great mind, the Gauntlet runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on colossal beasts, made from zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next day and night. Never mind that, maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girls that a work in progress, but the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks to see and watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. You will continue towards your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain, raise abilities, or do things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. I've never seen an igniter like this before. Okay. What does the wash?
This?
It's Nura's hand-made washing machine. Washing clothes can sometimes cleanse the mind too. Doing laundry will take things off things, increasing my max MP. Okay, not now.
Understood.
Okay. So
Come on.
the weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nero is modified to create wind that collects dust. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending is sure to strengthen your legs. Your max HP.
Got it.
Well, no, that's not what I want. Let's go back to upstairs.
Speaking of,
Nora said he got a fancy kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, we can make a small fancy meal. I highly considered myself a chef of great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try a recipe he learned at the Hush Honeymoon. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for your allies. Eating prepared meals grant you various positive effects. To cook, you'll need the ingredients, buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Okay, so we got some recipes. New Traveler of a Dire. If I read this book, I gain imagination. What about the other book? Eloquence.
what now?
You rest in the Gauntlet's virtues sleeping. Time will pass, but your virtues won't improve at all. Okay, so I can either improve my virtues, I can put. Are you okay? I'll survive. Okay, so he has a sickness.
Right.
Okay, cooking, virtues. I mean, I could do my imagination or max MP. For washing clothes. I want to work on my virtue. Let's work on our virtue. Let's work on our imagination. I kind of want to cook.
Actually,
To be honest with you, I realized something. There's so many things in this world which very simply I don't understand. You've matured.
Now we're talking.
what?
What are you saying? That I was immature before? Sounded like you knew any more about the world than I did. Hey Poogie, I know this time we're traveling for a mission. But if all goes well, I want to go on another journey when I'm free to do what I want. Sounds like fun.
Right.
Let's do it. Sounds like fun. Yes, let's. I don't know where we'd go, but I'm looking forward to it already. Of course, if you want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? You're already helping me plenty.
What?
Aw, hearing that makes me happy. Especially since I don't do anything more to keep you satisfied. This conversation can off went on a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. I feel like my imagination has expanded after conjuring various ideas together with Gallica.
Right.
So, imagination's almost level 2. Tolerance and wisdom's level 2. We're gonna get imagination up to level 2. There's still a lot left to read in this book. I'll pick it up the next time.
The Gauntlet runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Pushing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with the stalwart Gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. Where your encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about your journey with your allies. Give it a try. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet runner. I'm really excited. But it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Are you giving me any hints? There are insects gathering by the campfire. Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyway. I should try and catch one. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient.
Your thoughts?
Oh! Was there a riotous with his brother? Luxurious as palace. Awe-inspiring, tear-jerking? Absolutely. This run is such a guilty pleasure. Though credit where is due, my team queen certainly helped me make her what she is. The full disclosure, that's all thanks to the little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she's just a fly. That's a story on another day. Off you go. Better get off your 40 winks.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up too much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hold my imagination. Yeah, let's talk to Stroll today. I want to increase my bond, and I don't know if this helps too. So next up is Martira. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over the northern fortress and awakened a serious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power that the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? They had no allies.
What's that about?
Maybe they lacked allies?
Oh, I see.
I see. Try as I might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all of this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there. Help my imagination grow as Stroll and I discuss the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
Still not level 2. It's so close though. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. Stroh and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand can fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. Well, just keep an eye on the road, okay, near us? We'll arrive in Martira in 2 days. What's this Hulkenberg
Well
one?
met.
I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board, an abstract game of military tactics, you see, to raise my wisdom. Not right now.
Hey,
Maintenance on my weapon. Ooh, courage.
I see.
Courage is something I'd commit to. Restores 250 HP and cures poison for all allies. I think courage it is, because then did we get imagination to level 2 yet?
So?
I don't think we did. I kind of want courage though. I'm gonna do courage. Not now.
Hey,
Hey Poogie, good time. I was about to do maintenance on my weapon. If you have the time, why not join me? It's a refreshing of the mind as it is for a battle. You want to hone your weapons with straw? Yeah, let's do it. Right, let's have a look at your blade then. Actually, I would like this. You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from me by others. That's why one day I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory. And not just mine, but all the ruined hometowns.
hey.
How about you? I shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What you'll do when this fight's over. I want to travel.
So that means...
I think I'd like
Oh,
to travel.
I see.
To go where the wind takes you, I take it. That does sound nice. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect the people, just like Luis. We'll fight for change.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. You're resolved to stand to the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Ha! Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey,
I envy you sometimes, you know, to act with such conviction. How does one become so bold?
No.
I do have moments where I waver. I suppose we all do, but you manage to keep a cool head when you do. Unlike me, that's why you're our captain. All this to say, I have faith in you. We're moving battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, so as the one being chosen, I wonder who will end up being after all of this. Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Increased my courage by 4 points. Nice. Courage and imagination are ever closer. Imagination is the closest to gaining the next level. I spent some time with Stroll, honing our weapons. Got some mag. I got 15k mag.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Break that, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping here.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Should we get a closer look? Ooh. I like that.
Wow.
It's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I've read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I am sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. Your hypothesis is correct. That would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of the magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Neros pulled a sheet of paper and brush from his pocket and began to draw on the landscape in front of him. Wow, Neros, how did you get so good at drawing?
Yeah.
Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it, I'm finished. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Of course. I already committed it all to the safety of my mind. You have no need for the sketch itself anymore. I received Nura's research picture. The drawings is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't you give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her about a story from this place. Like next time we're in Grad Chat, I should give this drawing to Maria. Yes, I want to up my healer game. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
Wait, you've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly a current color portends. We took a deep detour, but I feel that seeing the rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Informed and open-minded.
The Gauntlet runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Okay, I want to do imagination.
Yeah.
Oh, he won't let me do
Well
it.
met. Be well.
Wait, what do I do? Spend idols if it appears, talk a bit. It will hold my imagination. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to Hoffenberg. This power we've awoken to have all sorts of questions, but what I find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their own unique aspect. One bit they all have in common is that their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool. I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking of how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of the power lurking within them. Is that then the very condition to awake our slumbering power? Also, hence why is it so exhausting and why can it not be maintained for long? This ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Hoffenberg and I talked about the things to come. I feel like my imagination increased.
All right.
We get to level 2? Oh my god, we're so close! Quite late, but we've a ways to get yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting with you.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
Oh snap.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony, I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side gauntlet.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Well, they survive or not, they dash it well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
If I'm winning on Luis's favor, can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's on Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Oh shit. I don't want to help my enemy. Crap! Do I really gotta decide? Um,